mean, I used everything I had that day, you know, to pull out the win. And I really don't think I could have gone any faster. I mean, you know, you look at the finish times, and I think I was 9 hours and 10 minutes or something like that. But the year before, I was 8 hours and 40 minutes. And I really think I gave a better performance with the 9 hour and 10 minute race. But the conditions were so extreme. And I'm talking both from a physical and mental standpoint, which I think is an important thing to note. I mean, I've had races where, let's say in Wisconsin, I never really felt like I was challenged by any other athlete. It was a solo race from the very beginning. I swam alone, with the exception of the very beginning of swim. You know, I was alone all day long, and that was a very individual effort. And it was just me staying focused, me staying on top of myself physically more so than mentally, even in that race. I didn't have to dig to the depths of my soul. However, in St. George, I did. It was beyond comprehension with the conditions the way they were, and I really thought, I mean, this seems a little bit crazy to admit, but like I was, you know, there were times when I was like yelling into the wind, you know, like cursing as if it was, I don't know, like a human being or something, and it was a wild day, you know. I mean, it took everything I had, both physically and mentally, and so, yeah, that would be the way I would describe it, is that I felt like I used every resource I had on the day to accomplish what I did, and I felt extremely empty at the end. So,
and St. George was 9:07 for you in 2012 and 8:41 in 2011.
Right, and I mean, that's the thing is, you know, and if people want to talk about numbers, you know, it's like I look at my Ironman bike ride there and my power file from it, and for a 5 hour plus ride, I think it's 5 hours and 10 minutes, I averaged 301 watts, and I, you know, for a guy that weighs 160 or just under, I mean, that was an exceptional bike ride for me, to be able to hold that kind of power for 5 hours and 10 minutes. I mean, I didn't even think that my body was capable of that. And then to back it up with, you know, the run was not as hilly as the years prior, but, you know, the run was still hilly and it was still challenging, and I, you know, I ran right around 3 hours. So, and that one especially, I think Ironmans, you have that feeling towards the end of them where you're like, anything can happen. My legs could cramp right now and I could be crawling. And that one especially, I felt that way probably for the last 5 to 6 miles, where I was like, anything could happen, and it was everything I had, every mental faculty I had, just to hold everything together and get to the line in one piece. So,
if you like endurance sports, you'll love the Endurance Hour podcast. You can find weekly episodes on iTunes and Stitcher Smart Radio. Be sure to like and follow us on Facebook and Twitter, keyword Endurance Hour. Email any questions, comments, or topic suggestions to endurancehour@gmail.com, and leave us a voicemail anytime at 720-295-9890.